Hi everyone, it's Ginny, and today I'm going to have a go at making some bookmarks. So I've got out some paints and a few things that I'm going to use. This is a little collection of bits and pieces that I use for making little marks and things. So it's a bit of fun, just really odd bits and pieces. And I've got some other things over here I'm going to use. So I'm just going to paint up this side. I've already gessoed it. It's just a piece of cereal box cardboard. And I'm going to do both sides. So as per usual, it's going to take a long time, so I'll speed through a lot of this. And I'll come back and talk to you and show you the finished product. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to paint one side and then dry that off and then flip it over and do the other side. So I'll speed up from here and I hope you enjoy the process. magenta. Yeah, magenta. Where's my card? Scrape it on with the card. What? Maybe that's what I blew off the desk before. I noticed something flew off. Ooh, something went bang. Don't know what that was. Okay, so now I'm going to cut them up and then continue painting them individually, adding little extra bits and pieces to them. now I'm just going to go around the edges. This is going to be a long, tedious process, so I'll cut a lot of this out. I'm just waiting for that to dry. I'll tell you, a bit earlier on I said that there was a loud bang and I didn't know what it was, and unfortunately since then we found out on breaking news all over the media that there was an explosion not far up the road from here, and unfortunately one person has died. What happened was there was a truck carrying a gas cylinder on the back of it, crashed into some other cars, and apparently it was a 5-car and 1 truck collision that happened at a major intersection, and the gas bottle obviously sparked from the collision and exploded, and apparently 5 people were injured, 1 man was killed, and 1 woman who was standing by the side of the road was also injured and taken to hospital. She was quite severely injured apparently, so it's really awful. Terrible thing to have happened, and somebody's lost their life. It's very sad. Okay, so that's dry now. Let's do the other side. Just thinking about those poor families that don't know what's happened, and the news reporters put stuff out, even photographs. You know, it's terrible. Before the families have had time to even find out, you know, that they've quite possibly lost a loved one. It's all over the news, and you know, close-up photos of the truck that exploded. It's just awful. They don't need to go that in depth into it. I think it's terrible. No respect for the families or the people who were injured either. I mean, they don't need to be photographed up close like that. It's awful. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. finished. I'll sit down and show you. I've just done the one because, you know, it's going to take forever to do the others. But what I plan to do is show you a bit closer. I've already made a heap of these for my family members, because there are a lot of people on my side of the family who are very big readers, and we haven't had our Christmas celebration yet, so I've made a couple of bookmarks for each of my family member, and I'm going to be giving them out when I see them on January the 10th, which is the earliest we could all get together. So what I'll be doing is keeping the rest of these as they are now, and then when I decide who I want to give them to, I'll, you know, add the little extra little bits. Saying I'll add the extra bits just before I, you know, just to finish them off, because I've put the initial of each person. I'll show you the others that I've made now. Just give me a second to get over here and grab them. It's like an obstacle course in here. A lot of clutter. Even though I cleaned up yesterday, it's still cluttered up again. Alright, so that's those I made today, and let's show you quickly. These I did individually rather than in one sheet together. So this is for a man. So for the men I haven't put, I've tried to keep them sort of more masculine. I haven't put beads on them, although even for some of the women I haven't put beads on either, because some of the women aren't particularly girly. There's a girly one. Oh, I'll try and make sure I'm on the camera properly. It's the beads. There's that one. These are really fun to make. I enjoyed doing these, particularly coming up with different ways to decorate them. But doing it in one sheet like I did just before, I enjoyed doing that too. That was good. Started off thinking it looked really ugly, but it turned out alright in the end. Some of these I have raised dots on with the that puffy paint. Here's one I made for myself. It's got my three favourite colours, purple, green and gold. And I like to read as well. And there's the last one. There, so they're my bookmarks. I think that's all I wanted to show you. Oh, what I did with the crochet, anyone who's interested, I saw someone else do this. I think it was on Betsy Doodle's video. A friend, is it Geraldine? Sorry if I've forgotten her name. She made a whole string of these beads crocheted, and I thought, oh, that's really nice, I'd like to try that. So I looked up on YouTube and found a couple of videos that showed how to do it, and it's really not that hard. You just you thread all the beads onto the thing, onto the thread first, sorry. So I'm tired, that's why I'm not thinking that well. You thread all the beads on first, and that's the most time consuming thing. And then you just do chain stitch, and so you do 2 chain, then you do a chain around the bead, and then 2 more chain, then another bead, and so on. So you've got 2 chain in between each bead. And then I just finished it off with 3 single chains at the end. and I think it looks good. The reason I put these on, I'll show you. Just for a bit of added, here's a book. Just for a bit of added, you know, so you can have that sitting there on your book. Their little beads. So I hope you enjoyed that, and maybe might have inspired some of you to give it a try. Make some bookmarks. I saw a lot of people were doing them prior to Christmas. Yeah, it's a good thing to do. So that's the end of this. I'm going to pack up and have a bit of a rest now. But I've got other videos in progress, so I'll be back again soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye. I can't get my hand on camera properly. Bye bye. See you next time.